Well. Surprises continue to flow out in this particular tournament. England, the invincible England, 47 for 3 after 10 overs. Is there much to read into it, or is it just the surface that's a little different from what we've seen so far? Josh Butler's been there, not quite at the strike rate he normally plays at, but I think England have realized the nature of the surface and they're now looking for a revised score. How good that'll be? We'll find out in the company of Michael Vaughan on Cricbuzz Comm Box. Michael, it's obviously not going to be a monumental total, but even the best, most aggressive side have to adapt when you find the surface not to your liking.
Yeah, it's the kind of surface that England have come stuck on before in the past. They do like the ball coming on. They like to whack it to all parts. Well, this pitch so far is just not allowing that to happen. They've been hassaranged. The leg spinner's just having an incredible year. Brilliant bowler, getting key wickets, and England are struggling. Morgan in particular, I mean, he's not got any IPR runs, and this is a big innings for him because he needs time in the middle, but he needs to get that flamboyancy back, that ability to strike the ball. Malan at 3. I've always questioned Malan on these kind of wickets in the UAE. Is he that much value to this England batting lineup? Could they push all the others up and bring the Billings into the middle to be finishing with the likes of Livingston and Moeen Ali? Bairstow to number 3. That would be my preference on these kind of wickets. But full credit to Sri Lanka. They've bowled great. The seamers, they've varied the pace, bowled some good slow balls. And we'll wait and see whether the pitch is a poor one or whether it's just the brilliance of the Sri Lankan bowlers.
And one thing we saw from Dasun Shanaka, he brought on Wanindu Hasaranga, brilliant as he might be, twice in that power play. I think he realized that not only are wickets important, but wickets off the England top order are very vital.
Yeah, they are, and that's the way to stop England. Break that opening partnership, put pressure on Malan. I do think teams will feel that they can put pressure on England through Malan on these kind of wickets and then get the likes of Bairstow. And then it's down to the skipper to try and find some form. So I think Sri Lanka have read the conditions and tactically got it spot on. Bowling leg spin to those two at the top is handy. I think that's the way to go. They do like pace on the ball early, get them off to a start. And then you saw yesterday, the other day against Australia, Zampa comes on when they're both in. They can just both hit into all parts. So I do think it's quite a clever tactical manoeuvre against Jason Roy and Josh Buttler to open with leg spin.
And obviously we did build up Buttler at the start of the show, but A, the surface, and B, the wickets falling around him are both contributing to him being 24 of 30.
Yeah, but I think Butler's more than a one-trick pony. I think he's a wonderful player because he can read the game, read the situation. He'd have gone out there thinking 180, but within probably 3 or 4 overs, he's probably reassessing on, can we get to 130, 140? And if they get to that, on this kind of surface, you'd say it's going to be par. So he's just playing the waiting game.
Well, what kind of total do you think it is? Because Owen Morgan's walked out and joined him. They will have had a chat out in the middle. They would have said, listen, we must have talked about 180, but what are we revising it to right now?
Well, I'd say anything over 130 is going to be very competitive. Even 120, I think England will be in the game, but they'll try and get to 130 to 140, knowing if Buttler goes berserk in the last few overs, he could quite easily get beyond 150.
Well, it's been a different kind of game, but that's what makes this sport so beautiful to follow. It's never predictable. And can England bring out their A game in the second 10 overs? That's all we have from Michael Vaughan and myself on Cricbuzz Comm Box. We'll see you at the 20 over mark.